Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to give you guys the news that the New York Knicks have officially signed Jericho Sims to a 3-year NBA contract. He was on a 2-way deal last year, which basically means that Jericho Sims was only limited to 50 games on a 2-way contract, and he was not eligible to play in the postseason. So what this does for the New York Knicks is it brings Jericho Sims to the 15-man roster, and it opens up another 2-way man contract for a guy named Trevor Keels, who's most likely going to be getting that contract. So in this video, I want to give you guys my thoughts of this report and why this is a very smart move for the New York Knicks heading into the season. Before we hop into the video, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to Knicks Media, help me out. Road to 10,000 subscribers is officially underway. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please do not forget to thumbs it up and comment down below your thoughts of the news of Jericho Sims getting a 3-year NBA contract with the New York Knicks. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So first of all, let's talk about Jericho Sims as a player and what he showed as a 58th overall pick last season as a rookie for the Knicks. He really flashed to me personally. You know, when we drafted him out of Texas, you can just see the raw athleticism that he possesses. I mean, the amount of crazy alley-oops that he showed in his rookie season was crazy. Not only does he have a crazy vertical and crazy athleticism, but he definitely has some raw traits to him that you can see to develop for the long term. So for the New York Knicks to make sure that they give him a 3-year contract shows me that they're very confident in him to develop his game. Now we know that we have 3 big men heading into the season, actually technically 4, because as I'm recording this video, Taj Gibson remains to be on the New York Knicks. He does not have a guaranteed contract, so the Knicks can either trade him or they can cut him and save around $5 million of cap by moving up from Taj Gibson. But going into the season, we have Mitchell Robinson, who we gave it a contract extension, 4 years, $60 million. So we obviously invested in Mitchell Robinson to be the starter for the foreseeable future. And then we signed Isaiah Hartenstein to a 2-year, $16 million contract. So it seems like Isaiah Hartenstein will be the backup behind Mitchell Robinson. But the Knicks definitely love what Jericho Sims brings to the table, and they want him on the roster throughout the entire season to provide that third-string role, because we know that Mitchell Robinson, he's going to get nicked up. Isaiah Hartenstein, he's probably going to get nicked up too. It's just part of the game of basketball that these centers are not going to be able to play 82 games throughout the entire season. So Jericho Sims is that perfect third-string option to go out there and get some meaningful minutes. And I honestly would like Jericho Sims to be part of the rotation because I really love his upside. I really love his potential. I feel like he has what it takes to develop his game on the defensive end. He needs to get a little better in terms of protecting the rim, but that's not a weakness for him at all. He has every single trait you would want in a center to be able to protect the rim. He's just not as tall as a guy like Mitchell Robinson, who can just go up there and be an absolute dominant force when it comes to protecting the paint. But Jericho Sims' offensive game really stands out to me because he did show also flashes of some touch around the rim. He isn't just a guy that was, catching the lobs and dunking over people. There were some little flashes, and when I say flashes, very little glimpses of Jericho Sims have a little post hook shot, a little floater, something that Mitchell Robinson doesn't really do. Mitchell Robinson is not a guy that, unlocks the bag. Even though we all know that Mitchell Robinson is a player that clamors that he can do all these different things, but the coaching staff puts him in a box and they're not allowing Mitchell Robinson to do those things. I don't know what's true. Hopefully Mitchell Robinson, now we signed this extension, we can see a little more of Mitchell Robinson put the ball on the floor and do other things in the post or do other things in the paint outside of just putbacks and layups down low and dunks. But when it comes to Jericho Sims, he does show some flashes of dunks, alley-oops, all that great stuff, electric things that's going to light up the garden, but he also has some touch around the rim. So this also brings me to the next point, is the Knicks seem like they're going to be signing Trevor Keels, the rookie that we drafted in the second round with the 42nd overall pick out of Duke, to a 2-way contract. So basically, like I said in the beginning of the video, just to break down what a 2-way contract is for those of you guys that don't really understand it, every single team has 15 men on the roster, and then they get 2-way contracts in addition to those 15 men. So, for example, Jericho Sims was on a 2-way contract last year. He was unable to play more than 50 games last season. He was playing with the Westchester Knicks. So now that he gets that 3-year contract extension for an NBA standard deal, he's on the Knicks for all 82 games. He's eligible for the postseason if the Knicks make it. Now, Trevor Keels, he's going to be in the Westchester Knicks, and he's also going to be called up if there's any injuries. And Trevor Keels will not be eligible to be playing in the postseason unless the Knicks give him a standard contract to give him to that 15-man roster. So this definitely tells you the Knicks have a lot of confidence in Jericho Sims, and I definitely love what Jericho Sims showed us as Knicks fans, especially for a player that was drafted at the back end of the second round, the second to last pick in the entire NBA draft. He was a raw piece of clay coming out of Texas. Kind of reminds you of Mitchell Robinson in his own way coming out of college, because Mitchell Robinson was very raw. He was a player that was an athletic freak, really physical, but he needed to develop into his body, needed more discipline in terms of defense, and we saw Mitchell Robinson develop into the player he is today. And I feel like Jericho Sims is going to follow the path of Mitchell Robinson and get better and better each season. I'm really excited to see what Jericho Sims does in the summer league, because we're going to see him be the starting center, be that guy catching the lobs. He is absolutely probably the most athletic player on the entire Knicks roster right now, because the way he jumps up for those Gotham lobs is ridiculous. I mean, he's just has springs in his ankles, springs in his feet, and I'm really excited to see what he does in Summer League and, of course, in year number 2 for the New York Knicks. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section of this news of Jericho Sims getting a standard NBA contract for the next 3 years for the New York Knicks, and Trevor Keels most likely going to be signed to a 2-way contract. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down below. You guys know that I'll be posting all the latest news here on Knicks Media with anything to do with our beloved New York Knicks. Comment down below your thoughts, like the video if you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Knicks. Peace out.